see. I think it's a little hard to tell, but I think this might be a campfire top left. Oh no, that's actually not visible. If we go campfire right away, we can feed one of our ringworms to the baddie, so I think we'll probably want to go that way. Alright, let's see what we get. Hair pelts. Okay, field mice is really nice. Bullfrog is also pretty good. I think I want to take field mice and this, I don't know, I'm a sucker for these tentacle cards. Card counter, that one's called. I think Bullfrog is okay, but I think if we get another a one-blood creature in hand, it can be fine. I'm just not sure. I don't really like it, but I think we're already wanting to subtract 2 sigils, otherwise I would just take corpse maggots. So we're going to take card counter instead, and hopefully with field mice we can make that work well. I see up ahead we'll be able to get a pack rat. Alright, survivors, feast upon ye mighty ringworm. Alright, survivors poisoned. Now there's a battle up there. I don't want to get any pelts if I can help it, because number 1, they're pricier, and number 2, they're just not good for your deck. Let's go ahead and throw down our Mantis God here. And ring-a-ding-ding. It's 1 back. That should be no problem. Well, we're gonna deal 1 damage anyway, so that'll be 1, 2. Kill that creature, and this will deliver our 3rd. Clean fight, clean fight. Okay, we're gonna continue to go left so that we can get a pack rat and yet another sigil that we don't really want. I think at this point I want to try to get a bone creature. Possum is great. I mean, it's low cost, so I'm not mad at it. Look at this, our pack is full. Hello, Mr. Pack Rat. Come with us. I really like pack rat, well, for a lot of reasons. Sorry about that, I realized my pop filter was off, so if you heard some pops previously, I want to apologize for that. Let's plop down our Mantis there and send it. This is not looking too good for us. We can try and take out this sparrow, but the coyote is still going to take out our boy. So what we may want to do is just grab another squirrel here. Now wait, these are not aqua squirrels. Did I just not activate that? Whoops. Alright, let's see then. I have a couple of options. The best one is unfortunately going to be sacrificing this Mantis God to pull out the field mice. I don't like it, but that will deal 1 damage there, 2 damage there. I think what I want to do this turn is this. Oh, I should have done it the other see if we can get a possum, perhaps. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want this to turn into a wolf. So we are just going to go ahead and sacrifice here. Oh, check that out. We can get an extra turn. Well, we'll take 2. And we'll deal 2 right back. No possum. So that's too bad. Let's see what we can get on this next turn. 3, not good. We can drop down our field mice here. Or we can drop our magpie in. So I think we'll get a squirrel. Oh look, he'll just surrender again. Well, it must mean that we had a working plan. we take those. Alright, maybe you can see what we're doing, and he says mad respect. The bullfrog is okay. It's a 1 cost. Alright, sigil sacrificing time. This is where it gets interesting. So I think we want to put field mice onto the mantis god. Awakened. Alright, and we haven't seen another campfire yet, which is a little unlucky. We can put our magpie onto just something that we like to have out, so this card counter's fine. It's nice to have it on a 1 cost creature. Maybe this bullfrog. It's hard to say. I think having a handful of cards is nice, but I'm not seeing how we're gonna get it. We may eventually sacrifice card counter. This is an insect, which would work with a totem pretty well, but I don't think we're interested in that. This card counter is a card that you can't upgrade very well. I'm gonna put it on the bullfrog. Just have some nice enchantments. Now it's flying protection, and whatever the other thing is. And we're going into the prospector battle, which is inarguably the hardest boss fight. He says a yeehaw. He doesn't really say there's gold in them cards. He can tell. Alright, well, we can drop the bullfrog somewhere, I don't know. And pull out a better card, or we can I think maybe we send the card counter down this lane because we want to try and get a handful of cards as soon as possible. Alright, this is not bad so far. We still have the smoke. Which do you think we ought to use now? I think it couldn't hurt to... Well, let's look here. So we're up 1, we'll go down 2, and then we'll go up 1. So I think we're good to really wanted to kind of min-max with this pack rat. I'm not that worried about it. This card counter ended up being pretty powerful for this battle. I could have saved it, but I think this is a fine outcome too. Now will he? He does not clear his side. That's fine. We're not that worried about it. We'll throw out our mantis here. And get another mantis back. I forgot that's what we were doing here. That's a pretty stellar interaction, if you ask me. Alright, do we have anything that's going to deal 2 damage here? The pack rat, but I think it may be worth it actually, so we can get a better item here. We'll summon this squirrel here, pack rat, and then we can drop another mantis god off a squirrel. Well, it didn't quite work as expected, but same outcome. I'm a little rusty. I've not played this game in a minute. Alright, what we really need here, we could double up Bullfrog. What we really need is some campfires to make our mantis god stronger. Alright, I see no campfires. I see a mycologist to the left, but we want to avoid those if we can help it. I see another sacrifice station and a card removal point ahead, so I think that's what we'll go for on this side. The ringy-ding-ding. Alright, I forgot the rules for the ring-a-ding-ding, but not super into it. Raven's egg. See, I don't know that one of these is going to be better for a sigil sacrifice. So I think I want to grab the one that works best for me. I guess that's the Raven's egg. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I do want to put this pack rat sigil onto something else, right? So we'll sacrifice this pack rat and put it on the bullfrog. And that way, if we do hit a mycologist, we'll have a very interesting bullfrog. Yeah, our mycologist is on that side, but it's not worth all those pelts we'd have to spend for it. Okay, let's see, we can go ahead and grab out our chosen card, which of course is the mantis god, but for turn 1 we can just let it ride. Alright, and then we'll pull out our mantis god card here. We can actually use both of them. And how much damage is that? It would only be 4 damage. But if we put them here and here, we can kill both of those bullfrogs. So I think that's what we want to do here. And we can send the possum out to kill one of the adders when it comes down. Alright. I think no worries there. Let's grab another better card here. We'll end up dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage this turn. Rattler will take out one of our guys. We're not too worried about it. So we'll still deal 2 damage, but we need 3 to win this fight. So we can play a well, what's going to be the right answer here? So 1, 2, 3 is what we need, right? So if I play something here that defeats this rattler, we'll be in the same position, A+. And I goes for something that's potentially not better. We're picking up a lot of cards here, which is not good. Skink is a no-brainer for me. Skink is pretty much a legendary card in my eyes. Oh, we have to choose up here between Mycologist and Goobert. And Campfire. That's truly devastating, huh? I think we want to go ahead and sacrifice our ringworm. It's borderline useless because we already have an enchantment on our ringworm. The right way to do it, of course, is to get the trifurcated strike onto one ringworm, and then another enchantment onto the other ringworm, and then combine them. But you can't always make the correct play because things don't always happen as you expect. I like Skink. This guy is not going to attack ahead of him, so we can leave a... Oh, he's not a flying blocker anyway. We can... We can put the Skink to the right, and then, I don't know. I don't think that's what we want to do here. I think we want to put the Skink here. It'll take 1 damage, and we will eat that damage. 2, I guess it was. This wiggling tail still exists, though. I didn't know it had 2 health. That's very helpful. Because, as we all know, there's blood in a wriggling tail. Alright. Nothing I have is going to deal 2 damage to a frog. Actually, it can. This guy will. The card counter will deal 2 damage. And Possum can stay here. Oops. Now it doesn't deal 2 damage. How do we feel about that? I think we still want to pick up this squirrel so that it will deal 2 damage, and hopefully we can just get another item. No luck this time around, so that will deal 4 damage here. We can... See, this will attack this, so that won't make much of a difference. I think we should use it for damage while we can. Yeah, I think we just ring-a-ding this. Alright, now we have taken 2. We only need to put 4 damage on the board here. And I think we have a good way to do that. So let's grab the... we'll need another squirrel to do it. So we'll squirrel out our bullfrog, who we'll put here. And we'll grab a mantis god, who we'll put there. And that should give us 1, 2, 3, and 4 over the top. Oh, a bit more. 1 more than needed. Alright, let's take a look at our cards and see. I think we do want to take this mantis god to a fire and hope that it is an attack fire. If it's not, we may take the card counter to a health fire. Mycologist would be see up ahead a spot we can get rid of our Raven's Egg, which is very nice. Let's go. I was going to say Bullfrog so we can go over the stump. We'll take 3 damage. We're not starting at a disadvantage here. And that's okay. Scissors, very strong card. Oh, this is not our Bullfrog that flies, and the Kingfisher does fly, so we might have made a grand mistake here. Let's see if we can't alleviate that somehow. No, actually I think there's no coming back from this. Let's do... I mean, there is coming back. It was just a pretty unfortunate misplay here that we did this. We will put our card counter here. It only does 1 damage, but we only need to deal 1 damage. And then we'll take 1 from that Bullfrog. We'll deal 1 back there. We can actually deal 2. Sparrow's gonna come in soon though, so let's see what other card we have. It's the other Bullfrog, which is nice. This turn I think we do need to put 2 damage in. If we can swing it. Alright, we'll block 1 with the Bullfrog and take in 1 damage. Now, this is not looking too good for us. This Bullfrog can take another hit. We can't really take any more hits from the Raven. Nor could we take even 1 from the Coyote. So let's see what we can do here. This Bullfrog can block a flying attack. And I don't think we have a minion that's going to deal 3 damage. We can get the corpse maggots. And then, I mean, honestly, these are all good choices. This is what's left in our deck here, which is nice. Let's grab these corpse maggots, which will take the place of the creature attacking the Sparrow, which I think is okay. Alright, let's send it. Let's just see how we do here. Got our corpse maggots out, which is going to take out that Sparrow. If we draw 1 card and keep it, then we can still kill both the Coyote and the River Otter, but we take 3 damage. potentially undying would be a lot better. I just don't want to have 2 corpse maggots in my deck. Putting Raven Egg onto something would be better, I think. Potentially onto this skink, so we can double our value for it. And if we hit a mycologist, we can take the, we can put the corpse maggots together instead of our bullfrogs, because the bullfrogs are fine on their own. We have the option. Let's see, are we in the lair of the trapper? Yeah, okay. Trapper's easy. Not trapper, I'm sorry, angler. I mean, they're both very easy compared to the trapper. Alrighty, let's put this here. And we'll deal 3 damage off the bat. Pretty nice. We'll take 1 damage. And we'll deal 3 more, so that's gonna be, I think, pretty much an automatic win for us. Now, I think that this hook occurs after we place our card, but I'm not totally sure. I don't know why I grabbed a squirrel. Probably just because I wanted to sacrifice something. Okay, so that does take place first. So, fresh fish not needed. Now, I do need something that takes blood. There we go. Just so that we can do our thing here. We can get an item back as well. Because we're only rolling with 1 item right now. Black goat. It's okay. It's another card in hand, which is good for us. Do we want to send the possum? We'll deal 2 damage this turn. Yeah. And we'll only need to deal 1 damage next turn, which will be just fine. Bada boom. Oh, and that one's flying anyway. I forgot that one was flying. Alright. Easy peasy. Now we have to take another card here. Hopefully not a useless one. Oh my gosh, how many bullfrogs do we have? Two bullfrogs. Now corpse maggots do not count toward the fair hand mechanic. But the river snapper will. I think we take that. And I'm not even sure why I think that. It just feels right here. Okay, we can go totem. So if we fail this trial, we can get a totem. Or we can attempt to put corpse maggots onto river snapper on the left side here. Unless we get something better. And we have the chance to go to the cave trial for the next one too. I want insect please. Beehive is a really nice card. I think it's up there with Warren for me. Alright, what are we putting corpse maggots onto the river snapper? I think that feels like the right call. We get rid of 1 corpse maggots and we get to so tough. Alright, so we need 5. I like the skink here, except it has nowhere to go, so we'll probably drop our skink on the outside. We'll deal 1, 2 damage. Our mantis god will stay alive, and feels nice. I don't know why I didn't just drop my other mantis god in the middle there. Got an elder skink now though, which is nice. Alright, we'll go ahead and drop this here, and we'll just have to believe in our heart of hearts that that's enough. Yeah, enough +1. Alright, I think we are going to try to hit Goobert, but what is really worth multiplying here? At this stage, nothing. We could get rid of a card instead, or we can try to get something better for our bug totem. We do have 3 bug cards, which is great. We have as many, actually we have more lizard cards. We could get something broken at this sigil place here, and duplicating a card that's not at full strength feels pretty bad for our deck. We could try just to thin out our deck as well. We can lose this corpse maggots. And I like that just as well. I think that may be the better option. We have a bug ahead, but unless we get something like Undying here, like I don't know, it seems like our choices are going to be pretty limited up here, so we're going to try to fail this trial and then remove corpse maggots from the deck. Okay, blood cost 4, health 6, attack 4. I don't think we'll hit attack 4. That's 1, 0, and 1, so failed. No additional card. Thank you very much. And then we will sacrifice the corpse maggots, I believe was our decision here. And we'll start a fight with 2 bones now, which will let us immediately cast a possum should we get it. And I do want to go for that campfire up there and hope that it is actually going to be an attack fire this time, because that has not been our luck. Alrighty, yeet. We'll deal 3 damage and we'll take 3 damage. Now, as long as the mantis god strikes there last, that mole is going to continue to block that raven. is to try and take out this bull creature so I can deal 3 damage and take out the bull. And that's what I will do. Ringy dingy. And a new bull has come down. So that's not perfect. You know, it's not the ideal situation for us, but I've seen worse. Let's see if we want to put another Mantis God down. We can deal a total of 4 damage in this turn, and we are par here. So our Mantis God will kill this Pronghorn, but this Elkvon will come in and kill our other Mantis God. So I didn't need to grab a squirrel. I think I would have been better off with something else here. C'est la vie. Oh, now that's a possum. I forgot that's how that worked. Alright, we'll end up killing all 3 of these creatures, which might not be as good a thing as it seems here. I'll make the skunk stinky. is exciting. Let's go B and skink. That's nice. Good for me. Elder wriggling tail. I haven't seen that. That's funny. Alright, if we deal 2 damage, it will change. I think everything finishes its attack, though. We would like to get a couple pelts, I believe, if we can. Mantis God here is pretty nice. Killing this Elder Skink is not going to be a fun part of that equation, but I think it may be inevitable. Let's just run it. That's 1 pelt. And 2 pelts. And that does occur before the phase change. Alright, now we get to take 3 of his creatures. And it doesn't matter what we pick. We can just take these 3. Oh, it's like giving me the whole spiel. Alright, we do need something. So we can sacrifice this for the Mantis. Excellent. And then I want to go ahead and use another bullfrog here because we don't care about getting any more. It's a tooth. Hey, you know what? You never know when you need a tooth. Let's just use up some of these bones. Doesn't matter though. We overshot this by a decent margin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional points of damage. Yeah, that's a nice one. Now it's gonna make us take a card here, but we do have a sacrifice option coming up for us if it's not what we want. Another beehive is okay. We'll still be fighting the moon. So none of these really make anything tougher. I think beehive is our option here because I'm pretty sure there's not a mycologist on this next one map, but if there is, we'll hit it up. No mycologist. Now we could fill our possum full of bees. That would be cool. But I don't think that's going to be a huge problem for us. I would like instead to get something that makes our totem complete. Let's gamble on it right before the big battle. It would be safer, much safer to do the other one. But, okay, we can make all of our insects flying in this battle. I'm trying to remember if that even makes a difference. We only have 3 insects and they're all the same. Or we can get items from them. Items is maybe a strictly better choice. Because I don't think that flying actually makes a big difference in this specific boss battle. I mean, if we get something like the enchanted, well, actually, we don't have the enchanted bleach because we haven't been doing the portraits. Alright, 3 candles for him, 1 candle for us, so we do get the smoke. He's put out a mole man. Can we step away? We can't step away from the table once we've entered a battle. That's fine. Interesting. I can block this amalgam coming down if the last dealt damage is in this second tier, so I think I may do that just off the bat, just to build up a little more time. Oh, he's going to prospect on us. I forgot about that. this still works out for us to deal the necessary damage to end this on this turn. Let's go ahead and use this since we're going to summon something that gives us another item anyway. And will it be Squirrel? And Mantis God here. We'll get another Mantis God back, and that's just fine. A Black Goat. Oh yeah, it gives us another one to our hand. So that actually won't kill the amalgam behind. But it will still deal, oh, it'll deal 9 damage this turn. Is that what we want? Yeah, I think we prefer to kill that amalgam, but it may not actually matter to us. We'll get the phase change, though. I'm pretty sure the hammer does not come down this turn. Stumps A. That's no good. Let's put this, you know, the optimal play would be to get a Mantis God here so that we're dealing more damage on those spaces, and I think it is a correct enough choice that we just want to go ahead and do it. Oops. A little bit of a misplay there. And we can get whatever we want out of here. Maybe the skink is going to be the right call for us. Alright, not bad, not bad. It's Mondo damage. And then gets rid of all his cards, and we will face the moon, which will be no problem at all for us. So much value. We've got our Elder Skink now, which is great. We don't need Cuckoo. We can just ring this till it's over because it stands no chance. Can have our beehive back. And we can end this with full items if we want to. We can also make him not take a turn, which would be kind of hilarious, but no need to delay the inevitable. Alright, Bullfrog, get him. Alright. What was that happened at the end? It flashed up some kind of warning thing there, but I don't know what it was. we'll see how that shakes out in our next video when we tackle challenge level 7 in Kaycee's mod. If you like this video, if you like Inscryption, let me know, and I'll bring more of this to this channel. I was watching gameplay of this and felt inspired to get back on this series, so if there's other deck builders you'd like to see, let me know. Balatro seems to be popular for the channel, so if you'd like to see that, leave a comment and it will be done. But until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I want you to take very good care of yourself because you matter. I'll see you in the next one.